Okay, happy Monday. What an incredible day on this October 16th. I don't know about all of you, but I woke up on a secret frequency and vibration today. And I was like, wow, why do I feel like this? So, we have a very special segment for you. Myself and Harrison Klein, wealth consultants, we're going to talk about masterminding. And for you leaders out there, for you leaders aspiring to be leaders, and I want you to start calling yourself leader, even though that you don't feel like it is, but you could be, all right? You know, you have the permission today. We're going to talk to you about masterminding and why is that essential to really elevate you, your company, and your team. All right. If your team is not functioning, it's because you're not masterminding it together. Now, this information is ages ago came about, right? So you see my book here, and from Andrew Carnegie back, in the 1900s when he met with Napoleon Hills and taught him about masterminding. That's how several of the big companies came about, from Bell to Edison's work to U.S. Steel. It all came from masterminding. So if you're not using that today, you're missing out on a whole kind of power. And we're not going to just talk about masterminding. We're going to talk today to you about power of the mastermind. So Harrison, my good friend, happy Monday. Thanks for joining me today. What can we share about masterminding and this power of the mastermind, and how that if you miss this, you miss a huge element, a huge force that's available to every one of us? Your thoughts?
It's awesome. Hi, everybody. I am excited about the idea of masterminding because it is so essential to creating success in a bigger way. You know, one of the things about masterminding is that it's a practice where we come together with like-minded individuals to collaborate and brainstorm and support each other in achieving goals. And that's something that no man can achieve great success by himself anymore. These days, the Lone Ranger syndrome is dead. And when we come together, we leverage the collaboration, and wisdom and experiences of other people with our own. And if we come together in a spirit of unadulterated harmony, that is giving wholehearted support to the members of the mastermind, and when they come together, that increases the power in multiple ways. And power is nothing but really organized knowledge, organized and intelligent knowledge. And, if you want to have power, basically, you have to have groups that are involved in the organized effort and knowledge to accumulate and get to your goals and accelerate your goals. So that takes wisdom, that takes collective collaboration, and without masterminding, basically most plans are inert and useless because they can't sufficiently translate what people need into the monetization and the actualization of something that exists. So power is really an important aspect in creating both life and success in business, especially. So we're talking about leaders today. So understand that the mastermind is something we're going to talk a lot about in a different way. We're going to talk about the fact that the mastermind has two simple characteristics. One is economic, and the other one is psychic. Now, the way I like to play with masterminding is the idea that in the Bible it says when two or more are gathered, I am there, which means that when two or more people are gathered, you have um, a third mind that comes in psychically, an umbrella that encompasses the other two, any or the other numbers of people, because this is what we call synergy. That's the masterminding is what we call synergy, where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So, and the beautiful thing about masterminding, which people don't understand, is that it's not just that we come together in a spirit of harmony. What happens is that this collaboration increases the energy, the combined energy of every single person in a mastermind. And that's pretty automatic. That's pretty amazing to begin with. So poverty needs no plan. But what Napoleon Hill says is that riches are like are like a shy woman. It has to be wooed and kind of persuaded or um, kind of congealed into collaborating with you. So um, there are lots of reasons for why participating in a mastermind is beneficial. But okay, I'm going to let Kamal go, and then I'll come back again.
Love
So
it. I love it. It's so good. I like how you mix, the power and the directed knowledge that you can use, because information is just information, but when you get people together, you get this directed knowledge. Now, one of the key things as we talk about power, we talk about money. Uh, this mastermind is needed if you want to create your wealth. Like you need to be able to get people together to think at the higher level so that you can accelerate the wealth and create, really engage at a higher frequency with this accumulation of money. And like Napoleon Hill said in Think and Grow Rich, this is the ninth step of getting rich. There's several other steps, but this is one of them, and it's a very key one. It should have been at the beginning of the book if I was to write that book. So it's don't miss out on masterminding. I missed out on it for a long time, and we're using it. You're going to accelerate your team. Your team is going to feel bonded, and you're going to really get everybody's input. Now, we're going to get into a couple more things into this knowledge. Why, when you mastermind, is different than it's a social interaction. Where is this knowledge coming from? Where is this information? And again, coming from Think and Go Rich, one of the greatest book of all time on money, is there's three places where information comes from. And the first one is infinite intelligence. The second one is the accumulated experience of the team. And then the third is experience and research. So we're going to stay today on the infinite intelligence part, how collectively, when the minds get together, all these ideas are flowing, right? Everything is already here. But when you get these leaders together, you get a harmony. You get a different source. This is how your intuition starts talking to you, and we're all mind. And I feel that's the most powerful thing out there, that infinite intelligence, that this information is already available. And I think science and religion both agree that everything's already here and everything's already created. So people will just stumble on ideas. Well, where are these ideas? Where have they been? Well, it's all here. So maybe we'll focus today on that specific part of masterminding, that infinite intelligence, that source of knowledge that is available, that we can learn how to tap into it and pull towards us what we need to accomplish our goals.
yeah, so infinite intelligence is the connection with, the resource that is beyond the senses, basically. So when you step out beyond the senses, what happens if you are able to be open enough, and masterminding helps that process. If you're able to be open to receiving information from infinite intelligence, basically you gain shitloads. That's my own word. Of new insights, and when you engage with others, you have different perspectives and experiences that you can gain fresh ideas from and approaches to problem solving. You also have, through infinite intelligence, you have accountability, because now you are self-aware, or you are being more self-aware. So what is infinite intelligence? It's the actual, sourcing, or to finding within you the part of you that is most relevant to any situation. So that's what infinite intelligence does. It becomes intimate with who you are, and then gives you this whole process and series of ideas and knowledge about things that you wouldn't normally by yourself have through your senses. You can gain things that'll help you network. You can gain things that'll give you accountability. You can gain things that give you feedback and support on what you do. You don't do all those things by yourself most of the time. People do those, and very successful people do those things. But you have to have protocols in place. And when you have a protocol in place, or a series of protocols in place, like Andrew Carnegie did, and he codified masterminding for the first time. It had been around since before Jesus and Buddha, and and even maybe the Hanging Gardens of Babylon and way before that and all that kind of stuff. Every great accomplishment on the earth has been created through some form of masterminding. And so, we don't, so the specific protocols and guidelines for masterminding are what Andrew Carnegie put together in his Think and Grow Rich process. But also, what happens is that when we begin to use these protocols, they are basically rituals in which we, tap into each other's power. And by the accumulation, by the condensation of each other's power, we expand everybody's power. So each person gets a piece of every single person in the mastermind's power. If it's two people, you get a third. So you get three, you get the power of each one plus the mastermind, which is the synergy, the whole. And then if there's many people, you get 20, or you'd say you got 20 people in your mastermind, you get a piece of everybody's energy toward that goal. That creates an incredible acceleration. That creates an incredible condensation and compact energy in a laser type fashion. You can walk into a room and you can switch on the light, and the light diffuses all over the room and it's evenly lit. But when you switch on a laser, it's a single beam of light. And this is what a mastermind does. It's a single beam of light so intense and so strong by itself, it can cut through steel, it can cut through diamonds. So masterminding is that acceleration with the power of that intensity, that which comes from compacting everybody's stuff into one, plus the whole being greater than the sum of its parts. It's an awesome experience to have, and it's an awesome tool to use in business.
I love it. I love it. I think it's one of those tools that's the least amount used, and because people don't know about it, people don't know the energy that's available and that infinite knowledge that is available. Now, one of the key things that I want to leave you with, when you put this team together, two, three, four, five people, up to eight, more than eight, it becomes go too long and cumbersome. You got to make sure that you are all on harmony with each other. So you cannot have negativity. You cannot have people who don't like each other. And everybody's at a different frequency and vibration, and we don't know why, but that's just the way it is. So if you're two, three of you are harmonizing together and are doing well, that's great. And if a fourth person or fifth person comes in and you notice that the energy is not there, you need to speak about it, because we need that energy to stay positive. We need that energy to be at the same harmony. So, and once you make that team, you just don't bring anybody into it. You really have to just hold the team together, and all the team has to accept the new members that joined it. This is one thing that I learned very strongly from Bob Proctor. And you gotta take care of the team, and you gotta stay on the same harmony. That doesn't mean you're not welcoming. It's just, everybody's at a different energy. Everybody has different motives, and we have to come in it to give. So take care of that. And if this is resonating with you, we're gonna put the schedule link in the comment here. And if you want to discuss it for you and your team, please reach out. And whoever does today, I'm going to give them a book, like my ebook. I want to give out an ebook. So whoever scheduled an appointment says, hey, I want to know more about this. What is this infinite intelligence? What's this power from the mastermind? You'll get a free book and we'll have a conversation. So we've got only a couple of minutes left. Harrison, what are we going to leave them with today so that they move into this action and really start harnessing this power? Because if Andrew Carnegie could do this, he knew nothing about steel, and he put 50 people together and created the world's largest steel company. What else can you say to get everybody to say, hey, let's build a mastermind?
Well, the best thing you can do is, number one, define your purpose and your format. You clearly articulate the purpose of the mastermind and the objectives of the mastermind. So that's number one. Number two, you want to establish trust and credibility with each other, because you want to get on the same frequency. On the same frequency, that gives you honest discussions. That gives you the members feel safe, and they share, their challenges and ideas and experiences, and we learn from them. We set intentional goals and actions so that we can move toward the achievement of our goals. So these three things are really important in the process. And if you do these things, basically, I guarantee, or Andrew Carnegie guarantees, that you will move forward faster and more successfully than ever before. And if you get the right team in place for collaborative problem solving, your success, no matter what that definition is to you, whether it's money or whether it's, just accumulating services or people or things, well, is guaranteed. Guaranteed. You do
Woo!
this thing and you will move toward what you want to have happen. Kamal and I are a mastermind. We have a third mind. We have an energy that gives both of us additional energy. You know, our commitment to that situation creates an energy that is bigger than both of us at the same time. And we can do that with you and for you, and you can join our mastermind. It'll be fun. At some point, we want to get a whole bunch of great people together to do something extraordinary in the world, to make an impact and a dent in the universe. We talk about making a dent in the universe. I borrowed that from Steve Jobs, but there's, the value of that is unbelievable because the image of it creates something great inside of you. You know, Tap into your own greatness, get a mastermind together. Your business will flourish. It'll go from wherever it is to exponential growth. All right, the
So
mastermind
good.
is significant. Thank you for listening to this process, because not very many people talk about it openly, and they don't talk about it on Facebook lives.
That is correct. This is precious information. So thanks again, Harrison. Thanks everybody that's listening. We love you. We care for you, and we want you to grow. We want you to harness this power that is available. Trust me, it is available, and it is the driving force. So thanks again, and we look forward to serving you in the near future. Cheers. Have an amazing week. You can do it.